Hey you guys, I hope you're doing good. Now I'm gonna get straight into the reading so that it doesn't take too long. I just want you guys to know that I'm using 6 different decks and I'm just picking 2 cards for each reading based on what intuitively feels right for your question. And you can check down below if you want to go straight directly to your video. You have to find your the first letter of your username on the timeline, click the timeline, and then it will take you to generally like where your video will be located, where your reading will be located in the video. So I'm going to be starting with Erlam because you commented via Facebook. That's Erlam Abdel Nabi, and your question was, when am I going to move home? And I'm so sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm not the best when it comes to pronunciations of names. And you wanted to know, when are you going to move? Now the cards that came up for you is the Five of Wands first of all, and that's from the Paulina Tarot. And the next card is the Nine, which says fulfillment of wishes, which is from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So what I'm seeing for you is that it's saying that in 2015 there's going to be some challenges in terms of you moving home. What I can see here is arguments, is disagreements with somebody else. I don't know if you live with your parents. It could be a case of maybe your parents don't want you to move, or it could be a case of whatever living situation you're in now, there's somebody that doesn't want you to move. There's some kind of disagreements or arguments or things that is going on. This actually could be centered around you moving, or it also could be that right now your environment is like that, like where it's like maybe it's not the best environment that you're living in right now. Maybe there's issues between you and other people that you live with, or the environment that you're in, and that's your reasons for moving. But it's saying that there might initially have been challenges in you moving that you've been experiencing, but what I'm seeing with this fulfillment of wishes card is that in 2015 there is a chance for you to move, which is really positive. This card, it definitely is about dreams coming true, wishes coming true. So whatever you desire in terms of moving home, continue on with it. Continue on searching for properties, finding different areas that you want to move to, all that kind of stuff. When this card shows up, it shows that you might even find a place that is right for you, because it's definitely saying whatever your desires are right now, those can be fulfilled. So keep on making those efforts, and something will definitely show up for you in 2015. That's really positive for you right now. So I'm gonna move on to the next reading, which is Jin Rai or Jin Rai, and I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. And it says, "Hi Gemstone, congratulations, you are fab. Thank you so much." And it says, "Can you see me in a different job in 2015? Many thanks." Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and all that good stuff. And the card that showed up for you is the Four of Swords, and that's from the Paulina Tarot. And the oracle card that showed up for you is Accept What Is. That's interesting. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. That is so interesting, because I did a reading for somebody else and the Four of Swords showed up for them too, but it was in a completely different deck, and it had a very similar message to it. And it's interesting because that person wanted to know about work too, and what it's saying to you is that same thing of, don't stress too much about things. I'm sensing that there's going to be stress there, and it's obvious because that's what we do. Like when we don't have a certain work set up and stuff, like we can get really worried about financial things and stuff. But it's saying, try not to worry too much. This is the time for you to kind of be more contemplative. It's the time for you to restructure yourself, to regroup yourself in order to move forward. What it's saying now is, sometimes we have to take time out from a certain situation in order for us to come back and be even better the next time around. So that's what it's saying for you. Try your best not to worry about things. Try to nurture yourself as best you can, but at the same time, do make those efforts to be able to move forward in terms of your career. But what it's saying too here is that you have to accept whatever has happened. Maybe you're finding it difficult to accept not being in work right now. Maybe you're finding it difficult to accept that your lifestyle might be a bit different because, you know, with work, you get into a routine. You're used to getting up at a certain time, being at work at a certain time. You're used to all that stuff. And then when it's not there anymore, it can almost feel like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do now? What, you know, this isn't how things are meant to be. But it's saying that this is happening for a purpose. So accept what is happening right now, accept the conditions that have been presented to you. But what I do like in terms of this card is these hands that are showing up and that flower in the middle. It's saying that there has to be a sense of inner peace that you need to experience right now, because maybe that's what is lacking right now within yourself. Have that inner peace, because what it's saying is that in peace is where things can come about. It's almost like oh, what's the right way of saying it? It's almost like, you know, in the stillness, in the quietness, even in the darkness, that is when things grow and they thrive. Like if you think of a seed that is placed in the soil, or even a baby that is, you know, inside the mother's womb, they're in the darkness, but in the darkness is where they're forming and creating. And so it's saying, even though this might be a time where you may be feeling like things aren't active, things aren't progressing the way you want them to, it's saying that now is the time where something is being birthed under the surface. Maybe it hasn't appeared in your hands right now, like this flower has appeared here, but it's saying that this can appear for you, and there's nothing stopping it from appearing for you in 2015. But it's just saying right now, just accept whatever like situation has happened that maybe you're finding it difficult to accept right now, and just be able to move forward in a more peaceful way, because the manifestation will come about for you, but it will take time. It may not appear when you want it to, but it will appear. And I do think that in 2015 is when you are going to see the manifestation, but just try not to stress too much before it comes. So yes. Okay, the next reading is for Honey Bun. I like that username. Let me find your question. And it says, will Simon and I become a couple? The card I picked for you, which is I decided to take one from the Paulina Tarot. I nearly forgot which one it is, and this is the Knight of Wands from the Paulina Tarot. And then I picked a card from the Love Whispers for you, and it says, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. That's a really interesting card. So what I'm seeing here in terms of the King of Wands, the King of Wands can mean it could even be reflecting the partner that you want to know about. In some cases it can represent somebody that is an fire sign, or someone that has fire sign kind of tendencies, but at the same time it shows that the two of you are probably, you know, quite young, and it's that wanting to progress, wanting things to be fast, and wanting to develop things. It could mean that when you guys were together there was this sense of real it could mean passion, it can mean energy, it can mean excitement. Maybe that's what you're looking for with Simon, or maybe that's what you had at one point and you're trying to get back to. But again, it's like you want things to get back to the way they were quickly. But what it's saying here is there may have been some problems that came up in the relationship. There may have been things that maybe you couldn't see past that took place. And it's saying that if you want to get back with this person, then you have to be able to let go those things of the past in order to make something new and to move forward with this individual. Because it's saying, like, when I look at this card, it is hard to see the details in in this deck in particular, but what I'm kind of seeing with all these pictures at the top is I see this little hand, and it's holding what looks like an adult hand, and there's a lot of embracing going on. So I almost feel like when it comes to this relationship, the advice that the cards are trying to tell you is that is you may be wanting to get back with this person, but it's almost like you can't see past the issues that you and this individual had. And it's saying that you have to focus on the love with this person. If this person hurt you in the past, it's saying you have to be able to release that hurt. You have to be able to release that upset in order for something nicer to be created out of this situation. So it's not saying that there's no hope here. It's just saying that there is work that needs to be done for what you want to come about right now. So that's your reading, Honeybine. And the next one is It's a Kind of Magic. I like that. I really like that username. It makes me think of the song. Like in my mind, I'm singing it. Okay. Hi Gemma, congrats. Thank you. And it says I'm no longer doing my angel readings on YouTube no more as I lost all hope and faith in doing them. I feel really down about it, but have deleted all my videos. Oh, don't do that. Like, oh gosh. Like, I think if this is really what you want to do, if you really want to make YouTube videos and do the readings, do them. Do them. Don't be concerned about anything. Don't be concerned about subscribers and stuff like that. Just start putting videos up there, and for sure there'll be people that will come to you and stuff. Just, you just have to know how to work it, but don't give up on what you really want to do, what really brings you joy. And it says, yeah, I may do something in the near future. Do if it makes you happy. My question is, what is in store romantically for me in 2015? My rising sign is Aries, Sun on a Cancer, Moon in Aries. I like a certain someone, but it's not 100% sure if he'll be with me. All right. The card I selected for you is coming from the I keep on saying the card I selected for you. Like, I didn't select this card, it just showed up. But what I'm meaning to say is I decided to use the Psychic Tarot for you, and that's where that card is from. And this one is from the Love Whispers deck. Okay. And the first one is the Fool, which is the new beginnings. I like that. And the next one is I love you. These are very important words. I'm telling you, it's a kind of magic. It looks like love is going to be coming. Love is coming next year in 2015. It could potentially be with this person that you already like, but it's saying that a new beginning is coming forward for you. The Fool card could also represent meeting somebody in a new environment and a new place as well. But there definitely is a very new development, and it can be fun, and it can be and something really unique and special. So, and it could even be like a risk, that you're taking, or it's almost like you just want to open up yourself to the experience. And I really like that. So love is coming. And this card, I love you, oh, that's so beautiful. And it says these are very important words. So somebody may be telling you that, like, in 2015 someone may approach you, and you guys might be together and they might really enjoy your company, and then they're the ones that utter the words I love you. And it's saying be open to that and embrace that. I don't know if you might be the kind of person that maybe, holds back from maybe saying I love you, but it's saying that if somebody comes to you and says it to you, be open to it, embrace it. And if you feel the same way, show it, give it back to this individual, because they're gonna give it to you. And I like that it says that these are important words, because they really are. Saying I love you to someone is a really big deal. And but it's a lovely space to be in a partnership with someone else. And the interesting thing, which I can see in both of the cards, is that there's zero. There's 0 for the Fool, and there's also is 20, which is 2 and 0. So I'm almost feeling like this could potentially be someone that you do know. So I'm feeling like this person that you said that you like, it could be this individual. Because for me, 0 is almost like a cycle. It could mean even somebody from the past. So it might not be necessarily a brand new person. It could be somebody that's in your life right now. So I like those energies. Romance looks good for you in 2015. So let's move on to who's the next person. Inga K. Hi. And I think your question was on YouTube, not Facebook. So Inga K. I'm just looking for your question on my phone, and it says congratulations, thank you, and continued success. I want to see what message from the card wants to come up through. So wants to come through. I'm not saying come up through. Wants to come through. So my question is, what will you have me know? And I really like that you asked that question, because I think that those, when you ask that question, you get the best readings, because then the universe can really tell you what it is that it wants to show you, or that needs your attention. So I'm just sorting out the cards, and I'm gonna use one from the Psychic Tarot, and I'll pick one from the Soul Coaching Oracle card deck. Okay, so shuffle it up, shuffle it up. Oh, you came back again. Okay. Ah. Okay. And then this one. Ooh. Okay. The card that came up for you from the Psychic Tarot is the Fool, which is the 0, which is new beginnings. I like that. New beginnings. And from the Soul Coaching Oracle card, it says Voyage. And it says, I am safe and loved no matter where I am. So it's almost like it's saying traveling could be coming up for you. If it's not this year, it's 2015. Travel might even be a focus for you. It might be a good time for you to go to new places, seek out new things. Or even if it's not even like you're going far, it's a card of seeking out new adventures and new experiences. So it's saying embrace that which is new right now. There might be new things that are coming in your life already, and it's saying, you know, really go with that. I'm kind of feeling that from this card, looking at this, the first card that showed up. I feel like you are ready for these new beginnings. You might have desired this like for some time, and I really enjoy these kind of cards, because I love when the Fool shows up in this kind of way, because it shows that you're taking yourself to the next level, because you're opening up yourself to things that you've never had in your life before. And that experience can really expand you and make you grow as an individual. So that might even be the theme for you in 2015, is more experiences that are new, that are going to come in and help you to grow. But I definitely am feeling like there's a travel aspect here with the Fool, and looking at this, the world at the bottom, and this person who looks like she's on a journey, and then on this one you have the Voyage card with the ship. So something with travel is really coming in for you, or new cultures, or connecting with people or places at a distance. So yes, nice cards, and I hope all goes well for you, love. So I'll move on to who's the next person. Joyce Prata, is that how I pronounce that? I don't know. I'm really sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, Joyce. So let me find what your question is. Okay. Hi, love your channel. Thank you so much. And it says, my question is, will I get married and find my true soulmate and money increase soon? So, okay. So let's select one card for money. Let's do the Psychic Tarot for Joyce. Money. And relationship, I'll just pick the Paulina Tarot. Okay. And there we go. Alright. It's saying when it comes to money, the card that came up is 5, which is obstacles and challenges. This card would be if it was in the ordinary tarot, it's the swords card. And the card for relationships, it's saying is the strength card. And what it's saying here when it comes to money is there's definitely obstacles, definitely some challenges when it comes to money, being that it's also a swords cards. Swords cards can speak of there being a lot of concerns in terms of finances, a lot of worry in terms of finances. But the interesting thing that I find with this card is it's saying that even though there's challenges here, even though there's difficulties here, it's saying that all hope is not lost, because as you can see, there's little orbs around where this person is standing. And then there's this gap for this person to get to the other side. So it's saying that, you know what, this gap, it is scary, because this person is thinking, oh my gosh, what if I fall down here? What if things get even worse? What if things get even challenging, more challenging for me? But he can move to the other side. He can get there because it's not that far. So what it's saying here is that even though money is tight right now, there is chances, there is things out there that can help you. There's support here for you, because there's all these orbs, almost like angel orbs. So I feel like there's times in our lives where we go through different experiences. 5 is also a number of change. Finances may have changed recently in your life, and then that's where this difficulty is coming from. But it's not impossible. It's just something that you have to go through at the time. Something can come up for you later on that can be better. But for now, it's like as long as you're too afraid to move on to this next step, you're going to be stuck in this challenge. So I don't know, but I'm feeling like there might be an opportunity right now that can help you in terms of the money, your money situation. Maybe this is a chance you feel like it's risky, or that is chancy, and you don't know how things are going to turn out. Maybe that's why you don't want to take an opportunity or something like that. But it's saying, don't be afraid. If something turns up and it's positive, it sounds good, go with it. Go with that feeling. Go with how you feel intuitively. There might be some risk involved, but it's saying that the risk might be worth it. So see how that goes. I love these orbs here because it's saying that the angels are guiding you through this difficult time. So if there's moments where you just really feel like defeated, do speak to your angels about it, because they're there with you. And what I see for relationships, it's saying is the strength card. Now the strength card, it's not a terrible one when it comes to relationship situations, but what it's saying is that if you are currently single, this is a time where you need the strength to be able to get through your experience at this time. You may not meet someone right now. This may not be the time for you to necessarily meet somebody. But at the same time, it's saying that's okay. It's okay for the time being. It can influence, it can appear in that way to say that it's all right, you can get through a difficult time with the strength that you have. But it also can be indicating that there may be someone that is in your life right now that is quite different to you. Maybe this person even wants to have a relationship with you, but you might be seeing this person like, I don't know if this person is really right for me. If this partnership was to work between you and this other person, it's saying that it would only work if the two of you are able to see eye to eye, or to be on the same page with one another. I'm feeling like this person, I'm just feeling intuitively that there might be someone that likes you, but they might not be the right person for you. They're not going to be necessarily the soulmate connection that you're desiring. That might be something that comes at another stage or another time in your life, but maybe not right now. But I almost feel like the focus in your life at this time might be the challenges of what is you're going through in your life right now. And I feel like the challenges are probably to do with this first card that is showing up, obviously, for your money. So, but it's saying that you have the strength to get through this experience. You have the strength to get through the challenges right now. And that strength is going to carry you through to the difficult time. And then when this difficult time subsides, which it always it always does eventually, when it subsides, then you can enter into that even better phase of life because you was able to make it through the hardest phase in your life. So there's still a positive message in there. It's not saying that money is going to come right now or that relationship is going to come right now that you're desiring, but it's saying that you have the strength, you have the right mindset to get through the challenging times for something better to eventually come through down the line. So thank you so much for the question. I hope everything goes really well for you. And now I'm moving on to Katrina Lee. Um, let me see what your question is, Katrina. So, okay, I am a female tourist in need of guidance on my pathway in career and relationships. Okay, so you want career and you want relationships. So let's see. For your career, let's go with Psychic Tarot. Katrina. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. And then let's go for your relationship. Guidance on a relationship. Oh, whip. Okay. Guidance on a relationship. Oh. Okay. What I see for you in terms of your career is interesting because you got the emotional withdrawal card for your career situation. And for your relationship situation, it's like one card flew out for you, and then so I kind of just kept that card, and then this was the one that kind of came out in the selection process, which is the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So what I see in your career, this is interesting about this emotional withdrawal. It's saying that you probably don't want to be in a certain situation work wise. It's almost like saying that you might be in a work situation that you're through with, like emotionally it just doesn't satisfy you, it doesn't give you the joy that you want or fulfillment that you want in a career, and it's almost like you want to move on to something else, you want to go on to something new. So I can see that maybe you're going to be leaving a work situation. It's not really showing necessarily that something new will come in, but this is what you're manifesting right now. You're manifesting a change for yourself. So I would say keep putting yourself out there. Focus on what it is that you truly do want right now when it comes to your career, and work on that. Focusing on that, because I feel like this situation that you're in right now, you might still be working there, but emotionally you've checked out of that situation. So so you need to change environments. That is obvious, that is clear. So start applying for new things. Whatever your interests are, whatever makes you feel emotionally happy that you would love to do, focusing on that, and move in that direction, because that's where your happiness is really going to lie. When it comes to your relationships, the card that flew out of the deck was the Seven of Swords, and to me, that can show up when a relationship may be out of balance. That can show up when there's somebody in the relationship that is either more concerned about themselves than someone else in the relationship, and it can mean, and it can also mean that it can also mean when somebody is kind of keeping something to themselves and not really fully giving all of themselves. I don't really see that it's necessarily a a deception, which sometimes this card can represent. I'm feeling within myself, it's not a deception per se, but I'm just feeling definitely that there is an imbalance in this relationship. Someone is more concerned about themselves than the other person, and that the balance has to be restored for things to get better. But what I'm seeing with the Ace of Wands card is that it's saying that the passion in the relationship, the renewal of the relationship, that can be restored. So if that's something that has maybe been lacking, it's saying that that can come back. There can be that new sense of excitement that can take place. The Wands card can also mean can mean like a new endeavor as well, but in connecting it with the relationship situation, it can represent a lot of passion and excitement and even an adventure when it comes to a relationship. But what I would say when I look at them together is one side is quite positive with that Ace of Wands, but then the other side is saying that there has to be a better understanding between you and your partner. That means that both of you are feeling like you're getting what you want out of the relationship, and neither one of you is walking away kind of feeling like, oh, this I'm with this person, but they're kind of not being very sharing or not being very open with me and stuff like that, or giving of themselves in this relationship. It might mean that there has to be some more communication between the two of you to address those matters. But those are the cards that showed up for you. So I'm gonna stop this video here and then make another video. So I'll see you guys. Bye.